Hey everybody, it's Dieter Kurtenbach. We're here in Toronto, Ontario. It's a lovely city, and what we saw was a very interesting basketball game. And now the Golden State Warriors are down 1-0 in the NBA Finals. Let's talk about it. Three big things. Number one, it was always going to be this tough. I know that everyone wanted to feel good about Kevin Durant being out and said things that were ridiculous, like the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant, but they're actually going up against a competent NBA team in the Toronto Raptors. They're not playing a Portland Trailblazers team that was gassed before a series started. They're not playing a Houston Rockets team that fills its pants at the first sign of trouble. They're going up against a Raptors team that, while flawed in some areas, frankly has a strength to fight the Warriors' strength without Kevin Durant. This is going to be a perimeter-based series so long as Kevin Durant is not in it. And in Game 1, the Raptors' perimeter defense was straight up better than the Warriors' perimeter offense, and that was the difference in the contest. We could go along the lines of all the things that the Raptors did well and the Warriors did not do well in Game 1. It was a close game. Warriors lost 118-109. But ultimately, that's the difference. The Raptors are long, they are physical, and they are versatile on defense. And we have seen time and time again. We don't have to look back to the 2016 NBA Finals, though that would probably be the best example. But we don't have to look that far back to see that that's how you beat this Warriors high-motion offense run through Stephen Curry. That said, I do think that there are positives to be gleaned from this performance for the Warriors. It's going to be a tough one. This is how the other 96% live. That's 29 out of 30. It's never going to be easy for these Warriors. The Raptors came to play. They did not shy away from the moment, and they're a really damn good basketball team. And I thought that they played an outstanding game tonight, whereas the Warriors did not, and that's why the Warriors are down 1-0. Now, the thing is, if they go down 2-0, you got a problem. You leave 1-1, you're in good shape. Second thing I want to talk about, let's give Steph Curry some damn credit, because as much as people will want to pin this one on Curry being a fraud, I don't know how these narratives work. They're so ridiculous and far-fetched at this point. As much as people will want to probably pin this on Curry for maybe not doing enough or being stifled in some way by the Raptors defense, he went for 34, 5, and 5 and an average 1.26 points per possession when he was on the court. He was really, really good. The issue for the Warriors is that no one really helped him, and that's a big problem for Golden State because, frankly, you just need dudes to put the ball in the bucket. That is the name of the game. Klay Thompson was not up for this game. He hasn't been up for a while now, if we're being totally honest. Ever since Kevin Durant went down, he's been chucking. His defense makes him a passable player, or better than passable player. But man, it's been rough to watch Klay shoot off-balance shot after off-balance shot. It just cannot continue if the Warriors expect to get to 1-1 in this series on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Draymond Green, he shot a bunch of mid-range jumpers tonight, and that should tell you everything you need to know about how good Toronto's defense is, that the Warriors' best offensive option is Draymond Green pulling up with the backpack on from 12 to 15 feet. That's a big problem, something the Warriors need to adjust to. And Andre Iguodala has not made a three-pointer in 20 days. He hasn't made one, didn't make one in the entire Western Conference Finals, hasn't made one since he dropped in 5 in Game 6 of that second-round series against the Houston Rockets. Maybe he used up all of his chips for the month of May, but man, it was rough to watch him out there, and then he limps off the court there. The Warriors just need more from the other guys. Not a ton more, just a bit more, and that could prove to be the difference because when you look at what the Raptors did tonight, everybody gave them more. And that's the third thing I want to get into. This was a near perfect performance from the Toronto Raptors. No, Kawhi Leonard did not play well. I don't think Kawhi Leonard is going to play all that well in this series. This might be the best that we've seen from him because he looks extremely hobbled. But you're not going to get 32 points on 14 of 17 shooting from Pascal Siakam again. I love Pascal Siakam. He is a first-team all-Dieter player. I love his story. I love the way that he plays. He is one of the best two-way guys in the league. 14 for 17 is not happening again. The Warriors' defense has to adjust. They have to be able to knock out some rotations for, 3 or 4 possessions in a row. It looked regular season out there at times. And you're not going to have Fred VanVleet and some of these other role players for the Raptors just perform the way that they did. Yes, the crowd here at the former Air Canada Centre, now Scotiabank Arena, was unbelievable. Big credit. This entire series is going to be wild when you take into account the crowd. But I just have a hard time seeing the Raptors putting a performance like Game 1 back back-to-back, just go doing it again in game 2, whereas the Warriors, you see so many areas where just small, deft improvements can make a huge difference. The Warriors were not blown out in this game. They were always sort of within striking distance. They never made the Raptors feel totally comfortable. The Raptors had to earn this one. The Warriors were trying to drag it out of the mud. I just feel like this is the time when we're going to find out why Steve Kerr gets paid what he gets paid, because the small adjustments that you can make schematically for the Warriors on top of an increase in effort, that could be the entire difference for game 2. It's going to be a big one, though. I'm really excited to watch it. I think this series is going to be fantastic. I'm sticking with Warriors in 6, but everyone who was telling me Raptors in 7, take a little bit of a victory lap. I knew what you were talking about. I ultimately think Golden State comes through, and who knows when Kevin Durant plays in this series. If Durant comes for game 3, it's very unlikely he plays in game 2. If he comes for game 3, everything changes. 100% of the series changes, because the Warriors sure missed him tonight. They could have used just a couple of possessions where they didn't have to work so damn hard to get the ball in the basket, if they could do that at all. But if the Warriors can just make those small adjustments, a couple of slight schematic changes, and play some damn defense, particularly in transition, they're going to be in great shape for game 2. And if they win that, they're going to be in fantastic shape for the rest of the series. A bit of a disheartening loss. No one likes to lose game 1, but plenty of positives to be gleaned. It's leading up to just a fantastic game 2. And if you love basketball, you're going to love this series. I'm enjoying it already. 2 days in Toronto. We'll find out more about Andre Iguodala tomorrow at Warriors practice. We will talk to you after that.